we've been talking with Jared Joyce, inventor and entrepreneur here on the show. And just before the break, Jared was starting to tell us about social product development. I gotta tell you, Jared, I don't think I've ever given this much thought to consumer product design and the product commercialization process, but I gotta say, it's been fascinating talking with you. We've only got a couple of minutes left, so why don't you tell us about the latest project you're working on? You know, what are you working on right this week?
Well, this week, the website Quirky.com that I told you about has issued a design-based brief looking for innovations in closet organization. The way these design-based briefs work is that Quirky issues the challenge, and then within the period of about 1 week, you have to invent, design, develop, and present your idea. So it's kind of a dead sprint of innovation, but fortunately, I work with a team of people like myself that when they hear about a challenge like this, they say, "That's ridiculous. That's nearly impossible. Okay, let's do it."
So have the folks at Quirky heard of Bed Bath & Beyond? I think they've covered all of the innovation when it comes to closet organization.
Well, actually, having worked many of my college summers at Bed Bath & Beyond, I'd say that I can speak to your remark with some level of authority. And my answer is that you're absolutely right. Bed Bath & Beyond does have the corner on the market, and there is no further room for innovation when it comes to closet organization. Seriously, though, let me lay it out for you. When it comes to closet organization, there are 3 primary categories of innovation. There's hanging stuff, so hangers, hooks, pegs, etc. There's furniture, so shelves, drawers, modular, etc. And then the third category is simply a division of space for the first 2 categories. If your hanger can currently hold 1 item, we divide up the same space so that it can now hold 6. If you currently have 1 shelf in your closet, we sell you 3 baskets to hold your socks, underwear, and belts. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure I own something from each of those 3 categories.
The area of innovation that I will be focusing on is modular furniture. I have long been interested in what kind of spaces, organizational or otherwise, that people could create with just 1 repeatable unit, just 1 building block, if you will. Now, once again, Bed Bath & Beyond has the corner on the closet organization market. No new innovations available here. If you look at their website, they are already selling a cube design made by Way Basics, and for $20 per cube, you can create whatever modular solution you desire. However, other than the tool-free assembly and green chemical composition of their product, this cube ends up being very much like any other modular pressboard furniture on the market today. The innovation of my modular cube design starts with the actual dimensions of the cube itself. Now, this may sound arbitrary, but when it comes to making a cantilever with an object, there is a basic rule of thumb that applies. That rule is that the object which is being cantilevered should not extend past the edge more than 1/3 of its total length. The dimensions of my cube are 13.5 inches by 15 inches. What that means is that in whatever orientation someone decides to stack this modular furniture, there will always be a safe overhang of up to 1/3 the dimension length. Additionally, built into this design is a subtle grid doweling system so that a person can set up their modular cubes without the use of a ruler. And once set up, they don't have to worry about bumping the furniture and having it fall over or come out of alignment, because thanks to the grid doweling system, the entire assembly of modular building blocks acts as one monolithic structure.
Wow, that sounds pretty cool.
Well, hold the phone. I'm just getting started. The additional and primary innovation behind this modular furniture design is its manufacturing process. The RTA, ready to assemble, furniture industry does $2 billion in sales annually, and currently no one is tapping into the potential of a translucent marketplace. Now, the reason for this is primarily driven by cost. For example, if you have a bookshelf with 9 unique pieces, then it would probably be cheaper to cut those 9 pieces out of 1 sheet of material rather than make 9 separate molds to produce all of those pieces. Going back to the dimensions of my design being one of the key innovations, the 4 sidewalls that make my one modular cube are all the same dimension, and each one of the 4 pieces that make the brace design on the back of the cube can lay flat in the thickness of the sidewall for compact shipping. This means that 1 injection mold can make both the sidewall and the bracing piece. 4 of these molded units combined can make 1 cube. And with that modular cube serving as the building block, someone can go on to organize and design the space in their closet or their entire house.
Wow, that's incredible. So you're saying that not only could someone use a row of these cubes on the floor of their closet to hold their shoes, they could also outfit an entire wall of their closet by stacking these cubes? And if that weren't impressive enough, due to the subtle grid doweling system molded into each cube, they could create any number of offset stacking patterns to create their own design expression as a furniture showcase on a wall in their living room, or even perhaps as a room divider in a shared space? It sounds like the individual design opportunities and cube combinations are endless. That's great.
And not only everything you just said, which is great. I'm impressed by your on-the-fly comprehension and creativity, but I have yet to talk about the fact that molded into each one of the sidewalls is a channel to hold a shelf. So an additional benefit of this design is that if the interior cube opening of 12 inches by 13.5 inches were too large for your preferences, you could opt to divide that space in half or even in quarters. So now, for example, instead of holding one pair of shoes, you could hold 2 pairs of shoes or 4 pairs of shoes.
So would those shelves also be made of molded plastic?
I don't know. I could see where they could be made of molded plastic or cut from some sheet material and sold separately. Or I could see where they could simply be made of some die-cut cardboard sheet and included with the base cube design for free, as some kind of complimentary bonus. I can see the marketing on the box now. One mold modular furniture, now with free cardboard shelving inserts. Additionally, due to the fact that all of these sidewalls are identical, you can choose to assemble them with the extruded molded core on the inside or outside face of the cube. So beyond just creating some cool aesthetic opportunities, this also serves some functional applications. For example, you could stack 3 of these units high in your closet, and with the top cube now being just under 4 feet high, you can utilize that extruded core surface as an organizational tray for your jewelry, loose change, stolen office supplies, you know, whatever you happen to have on you at the end of the day.
You know, I was just thinking that the other day. I do need a better way to organize my stolen office supplies.
Furthermore, not only can this entire design be produced from one mold, but when it comes to molding plastic, you have unlimited color options available with negligible increased costs while still using the same mold. So this product could fairly easily hit the market in a first production run with multiple colors for the consumer to choose from as they seek to design their space.
Great. Well, thanks again, Jared, for talking with us. I hope you'll come back and do it again soon.